Hi, Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success. Today I'm going to be talking about whether accountability is useful. So is accountability useful? It's an interesting one, is accountability useful? Because I've run an awful lot of masterminds in my time. I think I've done about 13 of them, and I'm now doing an online mastermind group called Stretch. And some of that is about accountability. But recently I've been becoming much more aware of my own actions and behaviours and the need to hold myself accountable. So sometimes we think that other people are there to hold us accountable, and we expect them to hold us accountable, and maybe they don't, and then we can just blame them. Sometimes that's about abdicating our own responsibility for our actions. So it's his fault or her fault that we didn't achieve what we wanted to achieve. So are we the best person to hold us accountable? Because if we want to be the best person that we can be, then isn't it up to us to actually hold ourselves accountable and to continually improve? And it's interesting because I'm on a little bit of a health kick, looking after myself, wanting to lose some weight, and I say to my husband, can you just buy me some of I don't know, some vegetables, some salad, and can we have this for dinner because I've got it planned and that's what I want to eat? And he goes off and he buys me things that are completely different, and then I blame him. And I think, well, actually, if I just went and bought these things myself, measured these things out, put them in the fridge and cooked them myself, then I'd be completely accountable, and it would be, I think we'd have some better results. So I'm just thinking, how can you hold yourself accountable? So think of the areas that you want to improve. So, you know, maybe there'd be accountability around your finances, around your health and leisure, about fun, about family, friends, personal growth, all this sort of areas in a wheel of life that you might like to think about, and just choose, say, one or two for the next month. So for me, it would be sort of healthy eating. So I certainly want to eat healthily and be totally responsible for that myself. So I could then, in a different column, say, well, who's going to hold me responsible? And that would be myself. And I think that's the only way to do it, really. And then how am I going to do that? And the way that I'm going to actually do that is to listen to that little internal voice that's trying to, well, making me self-sabotage. So my unconscious mind's trying to keep me safe and go, oh, you really need all those chocolate bars and cakes, and you know, you've done really well today, why don't you just have a treat? So you know, that sort of voice. And I just question it, because if you've got properly set goals, if you know and have responsibility for your goals, then if your voice comes up saying that, well, you've just got to ignore it and look at your goals and do something different, haven't you? And that's the way of holding yourself accountable. The same for me would apply to tidying and organisation, and just actually spending half an hour every day getting rid of the mounds of paper that seem to be breeding quite well, because I've just gone paperless, and it's fine from now on, but the piles of paper are still actually there. So who's going to hold me accountable for that? Again, it's only me, isn't it? So I might ask my husband to say, well, have you done your half an hour? But if my mind goes, well, I'd rather watch telly, then that's completely down to me. So I think I'm coming around to the conclusion that it's only really ourselves that can hold us accountable. So what areas do you want to be accountable in? Who's going to hold you accountable? Is it you or someone else? And how's that going to happen? And then just listen to what's going on in your head, listen to what other people are saying. So if you're having any problems with that and you want to chat about it, then give me a shout, because I always do free surgery sessions. And you know, not holding yourself accountable may be actually something that you've wired in from a long time ago, and I can help you sort that out. Okay, so I shall see you next week. Take care. Bye.